Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Allie's Vintage Camera Cabinet. And today I'm actually going to talk about a camera that was on loan to my collection. And it is the Kodak Brownie Target 620 box camera. So pull up a chair and let's get started. So this is the Kodak Brownie Target 620, not to be confused with its predecessor, the Kodak Target Brownie 620. Kodak used to do that a lot with their camera names. I think it might have been an advertising tactic, I'm not sure, but these were made in 1946 up to 1952, and they were very popular because of the simplicity of using one. So it was targeted at the masses, not at the professional. It has an Art Deco design on the front, which was popular in that era. And the camera box itself, this part is made of, I think, cardboard, and the front is made of metal. To take the back off, you pull this out, lift this up, and pull. Now this is metal in here, and inside the box in here is cardboard, and then right here is wood. The fixed focus lens can take pictures from 10 feet or more away, so you have to be pretty far from your subject. This is not a portrait lens, so if you want that, you need an attachment from Kodak, which you can buy an attachment lens. The shutter is a rotary shutter. It's somewhere between 1/40th of a second, which these box cameras usually all have. And for the aperture, it gives you two options up here. You can either pull it up and have a aperture of f/22, or you can push it down and have an aperture of f/16. On this side you have the bulb setting. You pull it out. That holds the shutter open. And that actually allows you to be able to see the aperture. You see this is f/16 and this is f/22. So you would use this for regular shots, and if it's a particularly bright day out, you would use your f/22. So let's put it back together. So this camera actually belongs to my girlfriend Kelsey and her family. Kelsey lent it to me because it was broken, and she asked if I could fix it up and shoot with it again like her family once did. These pictures are from her grandmother. They were taken by her family back in Missouri in the 50s when her grandmother was a little girl, and you can see her in these pictures. So I wanted to take similar pictures of Kelsey for her grandmother using this camera, but first I had to fix it. It was in rough shape, but the issues that were wrong with the camera were common issues that tend to happen with these box cameras, so it wasn't anything hard. And if your camera has the same issues, hopefully this next footage will help you by looking at what I did. Hopefully you'll be able to fix your camera. It looks like the mirror in this one is fallen off. The shutter looks pretty good, so I don't have to do anything to the shutter. The box is pretty rusty, so I'll just have to clean that up. No holes anywhere. What I find exciting is that this spool here probably came from a roll of film that one of her past family members must have used. Would have been a roll that her family put in there. Okay, so first I'm gonna clean the box. So I'm gonna try to clean the box with some neat's foot oil. At least I shined it up, so there's... Now I'm gonna try to put a little bit more on the strap to see if it'll soak it in and loosen it up a little bit so it doesn't crack in the future. We need to get inside to get to the mirror to fix it. So I'm going to unscrew these. Let's put the screws in here. Okay, so remove the faceplate. It's pretty dirty. And as I suspected, the mirror has come loose. It's supposed to go down here to reflect so that you can use the viewfinder. So I'll just glue that back on, clean everything up. The shutter looks good. I don't need to do anything to the shutter. The aperture setting works. So first, I'm gonna clean this mirror. Q-tip first, just to get some of the harder stuff off. See the black stuff? I just got this Zeiss lens cleaning kit, so I think I'm going to try that out. Perfect. Okay, so that's clean. How dirty it is. Let's get this mirror now in there. See it reflecting. The viewfinder's nice and bright now. So now let's do this other one. And also, let's see if we can clean the lens in there. Then, let's see. Okay, now from behind. Look at all that. This mirror now is clean and it just needs to be glued back in there. So let's get some super glue. Just gonna put it where it was, where the old glue was. And then just slide that in there. And I'm gonna use a Q-tip to push it in place. I wanna make sure it's sitting right. It's reflecting correctly. Yeah. Here we go. While that dries, I'm gonna clean the faceplate. Let's see before. Can you see all that dirt? Looks good. So now we want to put the faceplate back on. Make sure everything looks good first. Yeah. Okay. Gonna put the small screws on the top. And then these very long screws go on the bottom here. There we go. So if you remember in the beginning, the mirror was hanging here in the viewfinder, so this couldn't be used. So we fixed that up, cleaned everything up. The viewfinders work now. So we should be able to shoot with it. So I have a roll here from a past roll of film that I put into a 620 camera. This is a 120 roll of film like this that I had clipped the outer edge off of so that it would fit and work inside one of my old cameras. Let's see if it fits. Yeah. See, it'll fit if I take that off, but will it move? I might need to use 620 film on this. These are my 620 films that I bought from Film Photography Project that I have saved just for times like this. I'm gonna try a slower one. For the first time testing it out, I'm gonna go with some basic 620 black and white film with ISO 100. It's hand-rolled 120 film actually on a 620 spool that they hand-roll onto the spool for you. Film Photography Project does that if you need any 620 film. It's a little more expensive, but when you run into problems like I did here, it's perfect to have on hand. Okay, so now in order to load this, we have to put the take-up spool down here. So I've got the original take-up spool that was in this camera. And then we're going to take the leader. Normally we should really do this in low light with these kinds of films, but for the purpose of this video, I can't. So let's put the 620 film in there. You're going to pass it over the rollers, not under the rollers. And you're going to go over this way and around. And you're going to take this and you're going to fit it inside the opening, the slit that's here. Make sure it's tight. You see the arrows coming? So let's put that back in there. Put that back in. And then we're going to look here. Don't go too fast. I've gone past number 1 before. Kodak. Oh no, I went too far. Ah, crap. Well, we lost an exposure. So there you go. You would want to stop at number 1, not number 2. But there you go. That's how you load 620 film into the Brownie Target 620. And now we can shoot with it.